Hi, my name is Henry Gilby, and you're going to have to bear with me here, okay? I've never done any of this, you know, this kind of vlogging stuff, but I'm going to do a kind of initial impressions stroke, I don't know, early preview of this Shimano Vanford C5000XG spinning reel. And yep, that's a hell of a mouthful. These Shimano reels are, they're easy to tell you what I think of them, because you know, these days they're all stunning. But obviously I need 6 months to a year of fishing properly with this reel, and then I'll report back and I'll tell you if it's lasted, you know, like intense saltwater use. Look, I wash my reels, I look after them, I service them, but they are going to get, you know, dunked occasionally, they're going to get splashed. I do all I can to look after it, but if I do this now, this sort of initial impressions, I'll come back and do you a, let's say 6 months or a year later, and let's see where we're at. This is a 5000 size Shimano, but it's got the letter C in front of it. Now, I only found this out recently. God, I wish Shimano would just tell us. It'd be more obvious with their real codings, okay? This is actually a 4000 size reel. So I always refer to like a Shimano 3000 or Shimano 4000. This is a 4000 size reel, but I believe it's got a larger capacity spool. So really helpfully, the grown-ups of Shimano say, oh yeah, let's call it a 5000, but actually we'll put the letter C in front of it, which I think means compact. So, you know, I have avoided using Shimano C5000 reels because I thought they were the next size up and they were too big for what I wanted. This thing is, like I said, it's a 4000 size reel. I have put this on, you know, a bunch of lure rods from 8 foot up to 9'6" and everything in between, and they're so light, they're so smooth, they're so easy to use. I genuinely can't find a length of lure rod that I would use that I don't think takes this reel really well. It just, look, go smaller, use the 3000 Vanford, which is stunning, make absolutely no mistake. The thing with these, you know, these Shimano, Penn, Daiwa, whatever reels you want to talk about, the thing with these reels these days is, you know, I can't, you know, when you start fishing with them, I can't really find stuff I don't like. You know, it depends on what reel you like. You know, a Slammer's much heavier, you know, built to take the water, you know, a bit of water abuse. A Shimano, you know, is going to be incredibly light and very, very, very smooth, especially around this sort of, you know, 150 to 200 pound mark. In this Vanford, I think it's a couple £100. You know, you're going to go for the size of reel you want, but I think this compact 5000 C5000XG, you know, like I said, it just seems to sit on any rod I can try. It comes down to what you like size-wise, I think, but they are so ridiculously light now. You know, almost, I think some of these reels, especially the smaller ones, are getting a bit too light. You know, I can take some reels and put them on a longer rod and they feel almost like they need a bit of extra weight on them. But this thing, I think this hits the sweet spot. It's just sits on everything. Now, like, you know how well it's going to cast. It's got this long stroke spool they talk about, which, you know, does it give me any extra distance? Not that I can see, but I know I can fill it right up with braid, and I'm never going to get wind knots, you know, casting into, you know, 25, 30 miles an hour wind. I will not get wind knots on these reels. The only time I'd be careful is, you know, working surface lures quite aggressively. Every sort of 10, 15 chucks, I'd cast out and reel the line straight back in through my fingers to tighten it back down. But everything, look, I'll tell you what I really, really like about this reel as well. I love that big round handle. And I found, and I've looked around, You get that on the 5000, the C5000 size. You know, I wish they'd stop messing with these codes, but it's the C5000 I've got here, which is the same body size as a 4000 Shimano, okay? So if you're getting confused, don't worry, I am. But I love these handles. They just float my boat. You know, it's very, very early days with this reel, okay? But if there's anything, first off, that slightly niggles me, it's what they call the reel stem. That bit there, there's some of them are getting quite thick and quite short. And I hold the rod like that, and look, it's no big deal. It wouldn't stop me buying this reel at all. But I can notice it sitting between there. You know, on my slammer, that reel stem is much narrower, and it almost feels like it's not there. But that's a, you know, that's a really minor niggle. It all comes down now to how, I suppose, how do you like your reel to feel? How do you like your reel to sit? And I guess there might be that kind of, you know, will the bigger reel take the heavier lure work better for longer because the gears are bigger? I don't know if it works like that. So that might be my thinking. But I could honestly take this reel and I could put it on anything. Literally any rod I would fish with for bass, I could use this reel. It's breathtaking. But as I said, give me 6 months, give me a year, let's see what it's like then.